Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm sure you're aware that Tuna car trade prices, some liveries and some clothing even, are locked behind Tuna levels. And for example, this Celica GT4 livery that looks very much like the Castrol one from the 90s, need to be level 184, and that's pretty high. People have asked me, how did I get my Tuna level so high? And the answer is, I did not suffer GTA racing, because GTA racing just does my head in, I'll be honest with you. It's not racing, it's usually a load of idiots on the track and two people trying to race properly. So if you want to get your Tuna level up, the best thing is to get into the habit of doing what you might call dailies. Do the same things, do them every day. They don't take very long, and bit by bit the level will build and build. A great way to get some constant daily reputation is to take your own car into the car meet. Now there are 5 different sets of rep you will get there. By being in there yourself and with your own car, ping, there is the first amount of reputation. I then get out of my car, I go over to the test ride cars and I take one of those onto the test track. Unless it's better than my own car, I don't do anything else, I just take the points and reverse back out. Back into my own car, and I select the option to mod my car. Unless there's a mod you particularly want to do there and then, the free option is to select the plates and either take a different plate, go back again, or just reselect your personal plate, and you see there's the third lot of Tuna rep. Now back into your own car and take it onto the test track. Even the act of going onto the track will give you some rep, as you see. You now need to do one lap of the test track if you haven't already done it in the test drive car. Typically this takes around 1 minute, a good motorbike will do it in under 50 seconds. As you go through the last checkpoint before the checkered flag, ping, there is your 5th lot of points. And the reason I always finish in my own car is I can now select the option to exit the car meet, and that just saves a little bit of time, and off we go. Now I say I do this every day. Now this was actually the next day, and as I come in the next day you will see that in fact I go up 1 level, and if you look on the left hand side you'll see I've unlocked some clothing. Now when you unlock clothing I suggest you always buy it. It's not a massive amount of rep, but it is still rep. So here we go. There's the jacket, 16 grand, thank you very much. Looks quite similar to the jacket I already had on, but there we go. So that is the 6th bit of rep you can get in the car meet occasionally. Obviously you're also unlocking other things at different levels. Now if you're driving around and this happens on the mini-map, and you've all seen this, it flashes and you get a blue dot. I always go to that blue dot, and a lot of the time it's one of these cars, one of these exotic exports, I'm sure you've done them. Drive it to the docks, and when you get to the docks you get $20,000, so that's something for your time, and of course you get some Tuna rep. And there's a lot of these cars, I think there's up to 10 a day you can deliver. I've never done that many, but hey, don't ignore them. Occasionally the dot is something else. It can be a little thing with drug dealers, in which case just don't bother, it's not worth doing. And it can be this Caio Perico guard. Well, that's $7,000, or a Caio Perico pistol for doing next to nothing. Now in your auto shop, of course these cars keep arriving on the ramp. I only have 1 ramp, you may have 2. Don't leave them on the ramp, seeing the same car every day, day in, day out. As soon as you see one, do it up and deliver it. I think you have to deliver it yourself for Tuna RP, I'm not 100% sure. I tend to always deliver it myself. And of course, if you don't cause any damage, it's a nice little bonus for you of money. And even if you do damage it, the expression on the owner's face and the expression on your character's face is funny enough that you really don't care. Okay, there is one last way of making the Tuna rep, and that is to do the contracts in your auto shop. Now I'll be honest, I normally do the Union Depository because that gives the most money, and if you do the helicopter ending, which you can find online, once you've got used to it, it's such a simple heist to do. However, I have the prison contract on there to do at the moment. Each part of that gives you rep, and the finale gives you even more rep. Now there are other ways of getting rep, and I've got a link down below that lists everything including the rep from doing street races. But for example, consecutive days in the car meet give rep bonuses. Even hanging around the car meet, I think people have done that just by putting rubber bands on controllers and running around in circles for hours. There are a few other ways, but basically do your dailies, get your rep, buy your liveries, be happy. I hope you found some useful hints or tips in this video, and if you did, please can you consider giving me a like. It really does help, and comments also really are very, very helpful. Anyway, you better turn off this video, get yourself down to the car meet, and I thank you so much for watching.